Shalom. So the question is, are there 30 fixed days in each month? All right. So we're just gonna do a few here, and we're gonna start at the new moon, the black moon in March, which is the new moon for most people, right? So I'm gonna leave January, February as the winter um, moon. So we're just gonna run these few months here. So the 2nd of March, right? Let's say that is the new moon. So from the 2nd of March, the 2nd, the 9th, the 16th, the 23rd, and the 30th of March. And as you can see, the 1st of April would be the new moon. So as you can see, that would be 30 days. So that's the 2nd, the 9th, the 16th, the 23rd, the 30th. That would be 29 days plus the 31st of March, right? When we go over to April now, as you can see, the 1st of April is a new moon, right? Referring to the black moon. No, from the 1st, the 8th, the 15th, the 22nd, the 29th, as you can see, the 30th of April would be a different moon, right? So that is telling you there would be 29 days for that lunation. And it doesn't matter what phase you started from, whether you started at the half moon, the black moon, the full moon, or the little white sliver after the black moon, it's going to come back to the same amount of days. Alright, so I already made a video of the starting from the full moon, which is what we use as new moon, and I know a lot of people use the black moon, so I'm just using this phase for that purpose, right? So as you can see, there are 29 days right there, right? Now the 30th of April would be a new moon. So from the 30th, the 7th of May, the 14th of May, the 21st of May, the 28th of May, and the 29th, that would make it 30 days, right? No, the next new moon would be the 30th of May. Hold on. The next new moon would be the 30th of May. So sorry, that was the 7th of May, the 14th of May, the 21st of May, the 28th of May, and the 29th. And the 30th would be the new moon. Now, from the 30th, you would have the 6th of June, the 13th of June, the 20th of June, the 27th of June, and that would be 29 days. So it is showing you that not all moons carry 30 fixed days, right? So I don't have to go through the rest of them. You can do them for yourself. And the best way to prove that all what you're seeing here is correct is do it with the physical days, meaning that date of your new moon, use outside as your evidence. All right, and you count the physical days. So each time there's a new dawning, you mark 1, 1, 1 until the end of it. And you will witness for yourself that they are not 30 fixed days. And also, we're going to go up to the board to do this so we can see that mathematically it is also incorrect. All right? All right, Shalom. So we're going to go through Genesis chapter 6 and verse 24. It says, "And the waters prevailed upon the earth 150 days." 150 days. What a lot of people do is they take this 150 days and divide it by, they divide it by 5. And they get this. So they say there are 30 days in every month, But let's read the scripture one more time for what it says. Genesis chapter 6 and 24. And the waters prevailed upon the earth 150 days. All right. So 150 days does not literally mean 5 months. For example, Moses was in the mountain 40 days and 40 nights, right? This doesn't necessarily mean he was there 1 full month and say 10 days from the other month, right? He could have been there 7 days. I'm just going to use the Roman months for this example. 7 days in let's say the last 7 days in February, in January, right? Then say 30 days in February, right? And 3 days in March. So we have to see the scripture for what it is, what it says, and not for how we want to interpret it, so it can fit a calendar that is unbiblical, right? So we have to see it for what it is. It says 40 days and 40 nights. It did not specify that he was there for the entire moon, this moon, and 10 days out of the next one. So it's the same thing we have to do here. It says 150 days. That is what it says, right? No, we just went on the calendar to see that there are not 30 fixed days in every moon. And the only way for you to prove that is when you can go outside physically from the day of your new moon until the last day of that lunation, right? That's the only proof. Jumping from precept to precept is not a proof, because sometimes we read the precept and we already have a fixed belief, creating our own answers already. All right, so the proof is reality, right? Now we're gonna go to Genesis chapter 1 and verse 14, and this is the key part that we oftentimes jump over. Genesis chapter 1 and verse 14, it says, And God said, Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night. So that's one function. Let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years. Now, what we often skip out is the part that says seasons. Now, the Most High we know is the greatest mathematician, right? So let's deal with that 30 days. Say 30 days times 12, right? And this is 364. 364 days would be in the year, right? No. Seasons. Okay, let me deal with them. The week would be 1, 8, 15, 22, 29, and the last day 30, right? No, dealing with seasons, there would be 4 seasons, right? So that means 30 times 3 would equal to 1 season, which would be 90 days. Good. So this is 1 season. 1 season. Now there are 4 seasons in the year. The Most High is not the author of confusion. 4 seasons in the year. So we're gonna multiply the seasons by 4, and we need to get back this. Alright? So 4 0 0 4 9s 36. Okay, hold on. No, this is off by 4 days. Again, 364, right? Divide by 4 would equal to what? 9 to 1. Then why these figures cannot add up? That means this is incorrect. And once this is incorrect, it means this is also incorrect. And this is why this is also incorrect. The Most High is not the author of confusion. He is the greatest mathematician. He is the greatest scientist. And in him we put our trust. Right? So, if this was correct, all of this would equal back to this, giving you the amount of days in a season. And this, like I said, this is the part that most of us skip over. Right? We tend to skip over the seasons, so we can just push a calendar that we think to be true. Right? Let me make sure this. Okay, that's it. So it's impossible for all moons to have 30 fixed days. That is one. And the next one is, if there are 30 days in each month, right, there would be 3 months, 3 moons in one season. And we're seeing that 3 moons is equated to 90 days, right? But when you divide this by this figure, something is wrong. There's a difference of 4 days, right? These 4 days right here, which moon of the 12 would they belong to? If each of them carry 90 days, if each season carries 90 days, where would these 4 days go? This is not the calendar of the Most High. Like I said, they get that from here, Genesis 6:24, 150 days, divided it by 5, and they got 30. But this scripture did not say 5 months. It specifically said 150 days, right? So that clears up that Enochian calendar, that it is not alongside with the scriptures, and it is also not alongside with nature, because nature is the evidence of the scripture, or the reality of the scripture. Whatever is described in Genesis or the Bible, it is what we see physically outside. Shalom.